Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Avoiding Drama and my name is Carmen. I am a 62-year-old female bringing you 6 decades of experience, not pages of ChatGPT. Not here, no. Okay, as I told you before, we have an interesting subject for this Friday. I gather, once again, not pages of ChatGPT, I gather several questions that gentlemen, guys like you had posted previously on the Quora forum. All these questions, once again, are regarding women. So we're going to be starting just right after this.
In a world full of noise, we find our way, seeking love and come what may. With wisdom to guide and stories to share, we'll navigate life without a care. Avoiding drama, we rise above, finding clarity with a heart full of love. Join our journey, let's find
Okay guys, the first 2 questions are similar, so I'm going to read both of them, and I'm going to give you one answer. The questions say, how can I tell if she is really interested or if she's just being friendly? And the second question says, what subtle signs indicate she might like me? Guys, different from what that author said years ago, that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. I believe that you men are still from Mars, but women are from planet Earth. I might understand that maybe you think that you don't know much women, that you do not understand women, but you should know yourself. You should know yourself. And I say this because just think about yourself. Do your own self-assessment. How do you behave when someone that you like is near you? How do you behave? What do you say? What do you do when you're interacting with someone that you like a lot? We do exactly the same. Nothing special. Maybe you would like to be closer to that person. Maybe you would try to touch her a little bit more. Maybe there's prolonged eye contact. Maybe you try to look for her or search for her more often. So we do exactly the same. It's just the same. And I'm going to help you here a little bit further. Let's go a little bit deeper into this or make it easier. If you're talking over the phone, and I hope that you guys are behaving like men and you are the one initiating the conversation and calling the girls, do they answer the phone call immediately or at least within a period of 2 hours? Because if she does, that means that she likes you. If you're texting her, and once again, you better be initiating that conversation because that's what a man does. Does she answer back your text messages immediately? That's a sign that she likes you. Or even better, you like the girl, you think that she might like you. What the heck is happening with you that you have not invited her out? That's what a man does. That's what a man does. Invite her out. Say, you know what, I would like to invite you for a date, go out on a date. Would you accept the invitation? What can happen? She may say yes. She might say no. And if she says no, be a man as well and ask her, okay, are you saying no to the day that I chose for the date? Or are you saying no to me that you're not going to a date with me? Be clear, we're not going to kill you if you ask. No one is going to do so. And if the girl says, you know what, I like you as a friend, but no, I don't want to go out with you. Now you know, if a woman says no to you, she's entitled to her decisions. She has the right to decide what is best for her. You are going to take that no with elegance and grace. And maybe just ask her, okay, can we continue being friends? But you will never know what she really feels for you if you do not ask her out. Okay? Okay guys, next question. It says, why does she suddenly go cold after a great date? And I need to ask, a great date for whom? Because if I have a great date, I'm not going to get cold afterwards, no? So definitely something is going on there. What excuses as a female could there be? Let's say, I don't know, is she married? Is she engaged to someone else? Because let me tell you guys that 40, 50 years ago, men were always the guilty ones about being unfaithful. But the last recent years, the last couple of decades, oh my gosh, there are women there that are worse than the worst man out there. And I remember, and let me tell you, this was a close friend of mine. He was from Midwest. He met this girl and they decide to move in together. And after a whole year of relationship, one day he came back from work and she was packing all her stuff. And he asked her, what is going on? Where are you going? And she said, I'm moving to Hawaii. You're moving to Hawaii? What happened? Did your company move you there? No. It's that I'm getting married and my fiancé is already living there. So could you tell what type of woman this was? Being unfaithful and playing dirty to a friend of mine and being unfaithful to her fiancé. She had been living and having sex with my friend for a whole year. In fact, it was like for 13, 14 months. And she was engaged to someone else. And this is not rare lately. So that could be a reason. Another reason, and this could also happen, maybe after that great date, she met someone that she liked more than what she liked you. That could have happened. And another reason, let me see, this happened to me. I met this guy. He seemed to be really very nice, but I noticed the following. In this case, he was the one withdrawing after having a great time. Long story short, I noticed that he was having mental illness issues, and there are lots of people with mental problems out there. Get the heck out of there. You don't want that, okay? Another reason, and this is happening to me at this moment. I have a couple of suitors, they're good men. But you know what's happening? Once again, I'm 62 years old. There's still things in my bucket list that I want to do. And I know for certain that if I get together with another person, I will never see these things, these dreams done. These dreams will never come true. So I'm very sorry. I don't want anyone in my life. And it took me a while to realize that. But I did. No, I'm very sorry. There's still stuff in my bucket list I want to do, and I'm not going to be able if I move in or decide to spend a life with you or with this other guy. No. So that could be, guys, another reason. Let's go to the following question. Guys, next question, and it says, what do women really mean when they say that they want emotional intimacy? Guys, I believe it's really very clear. Emotional intimacy. What does that mean? We men, sorry, I'm not men, we women and men, we look for the same things. We want to feel loved. We need someone, we want someone to care and show care towards us, no? But men are more physical. Because of testosterone, men are more interested in sex. Women like sex, of course we like sex. We need that physical touch. But we need someone to care for us. We need someone, women, all women, it doesn't matter the culture, it doesn't matter the age, it doesn't matter the country. Women want to be listened. We want to be listened to. We want to be respected. We want to be pampered. We want, once again, some empathy for our problems, for our things. That's what we mean with emotional empathy or emotional intimacy. We need empathy, we need someone to listen to us, we need someone to really show that cares, that he cares about us. How you show you care about someone. I have a friend, it's a suitor, who he likes me a lot, but I know that I'm not going to be happy with him. And how do I know he cares a lot about me? The first thing, he wants to know everything about me. There's nothing he doesn't want to know about me. He wants to know everything. How I feel, how I think, what is happening day to day in my life. That's one of the ways of showing care. Okay guys, let's go to the next question. Next question, guys, and it says, why do women often want to talk things out during conflicts? Why? Because that's the correct way of doing things. When there's a problem, it needs to be solved at that moment on the spot. Period. I don't know, I cannot understand how someone can pose a question like that. Because I believe that that's something that a teenager could answer properly. When there's a problem, we want to make sure that it's not going to happen again. We want to make sure that you are listening to us because we don't want this crap in our life again. Conflicts always are solved on the spot. Okay? Next question. Okay, this next question. I like this question. Why does "How was your day, honey?" sometimes lead to frustration? Remember guys that I had 71 first dates, and I have seen this. There are a bunch of guys a little bit on the hypocritical side, that they want to make believe their partner or their girlfriend that they care a lot. And when they ask the question and we start to talk about how our day was, they just don't want to listen. They just don't want to listen. They ask the question because once again, they think that they are going to be fooling us, making us believe that they care about us, but they don't care. If you are this type of guy, you don't fool anyone. You're fooling yourself. You are being a big hypocrite. And if you are not willing to listen what your partner needs to say, guys, she deserves a better person. Guys, she deserves a better human being next to her. Okay, let's go to the following question. Okay guys, let's continue. Guys, these next two questions have to do with communication, and I do believe that they're really very important, so get closer and listen to this. This one is really very important. It says, sorry for the noise. How can I approach difficult conversations without making her defensive? Okay guys, first, you need to make a self-assessment, and you need to make sure that the problem is not you. That's the first thing, because if I'm going to talk to someone else about a problem, I need to make sure that it's not me, the problem. That's the first thing. And there's another thing that men do not understand. Historically, we women have been carrying blame for everything. Always, always. Maybe men are going to say, no, it's us men. No. Look, since biblical time, why we lost the right of living in paradise? Because a woman, and everything, the problem is always women are always carrying the blame, no? So what's going on? What's happening? We are up to here of criticism. Up to here, we cannot take it any longer. However, and let's make this clear. Constructive, positive criticism is important and it is needed. But you need to find the correct moment and the correct way of sitting down with this person. Correct words. Sit down with this person and tell her, okay, we're having this issue. I suggest that you do something that has worked, that is proven to work. Because I do know, and I say it by experience with other people who have been in my life, people who do have problems, big problems, and they refuse to do anything regarding those problems. They refuse to do anything to correct them, and they do know that they are hurting other people, but still they refuse to change. They refuse to look for help. Okay, guys, in this case, when you have a partner that is defensive when you try to discuss something important, do the following. Buy a nice card like us, almost St. Valentine card, saying how much I love you, beautiful cards, beautiful words. And get a piece of paper, write down a letter, and I'm saying writing down, handwritten, not something that you type on the computer, on the laptop, no printouts. needs to be handwritten because you're going to make this personal. And in that letter, you're going to tell your partner how bad, you're going to pour out your heart there in that letter. You're going to tell her, or even tell him, how are you feeling? What is this person doing that is hurting you so much? And you're going to tell this person that you love her or that you love him, but that this issue needs to be corrected in order to have a healthy, happy relationship. That is supposed to work. If it doesn't work, I suggest that you find a way of adapting. If it is an habit, something that is hurting you too much, affecting you too much, then it's up to you if you stay in that relationship or if you end it up, okay? And let's continue with the following one. Guys, next question. This question made me laugh when I read it the first time. Still makes me laugh. It says, why women sometimes say nothing's wrong when it's clearly that it's not true. Made me laugh because once again, it doesn't matter if we are Latinas, if we are Anglo, if we are European, if we are Asian, we women do the same. But I'm going to tell you guys why is that. We women have, it is said that we have a sixth sense. Men have only one sense, and that sense is below the belt. Yeah, unfortunately. So what's going on? There's so many things, thousands of things that for us women are obvious, and we cannot understand how men cannot see them. So it is really very difficult. It is really very difficult. It's really very frustrating for us women. There's another thing, and this that I'm going to say has to do with communication. A few days ago, I was doing some research about people looking information about how to communicate better. And I was surprised that most of the people looking for information on how to communicate better with a partner or better with friends are men. Are men, not women, are men. Like maybe more than 75%. And it is that you guys, I'm sorry, but you're terrible listeners. You don't listen. So that's the other problem. No, nothing is wrong, because there's something that we have told you 1,000 times and you still do not listen. And there is the problem. You need to learn to be better listeners, better listeners. Listening is caring, and caring is loving. Okay? So let's go to the following question. Next question, guys, and it says, what are the biggest relationship deal breakers for women? There are things that would be deal breakers for me, like someone who is rude, someone who from the beginning shows that he doesn't care much, someone with a low opinion about women, and there are a lot of men out there. They still want a woman next to them, but they talk a lot of crap about women, so they need a psychiatrist. Lack of ambition, someone who is dishonest, someone who is lazy, someone who is not available emotionally speaking. But deal breakers is something that depend, they're different from women to women. For example, I'm going to give you an example, one of so many that I could give you. For me, a deal breaker would be someone who is being unfaithful. If I'm faithful to you, to a relationship, I expect that you're faithful to me and that you're not seeing anyone else. But I have met women, married women, who are very happy that their husband or the partner found a lover somewhere else, because that way she doesn't have to continue spreading her legs at night and not being pleased by her partner. So she thinks, oh, okay, someone else is doing that for me, I don't have to sleep with that man. I have heard of cases when the man gets a lover and the woman, instead of getting upset, oh, bring her over, that way we're going to be having a nice, great threesome. So things vary from woman to woman. No, everything depends on our upbringing. For example, I was raised in a very devout Catholic family, Catholic environment. So obviously my values are going to be different from the values of someone else. And for example, as a good Catholic, I'm against abortion. And I know that a lot of people who call themselves Christians approve abortion. So it depends from person to person. There's not a specific deal breaker for women. You need to meet that person and you need to ask her precisely what is a deal breaker for you. Let's go to the next one. Okay guys, let's go to the last question for today. This question says, how important are love languages, that's words of affirmation or acts of service, to women? Well, love language is extremely important, especially those words of affirmation. There's a big difference between men and women. Usually men think that they are bigger, more important, greater, even larger than what they really are. And on the other hand, women are all the opposite. I have met great women who belittle themselves. They feel themselves like so small, and they lack confidence. They're not. I don't want to say that they don't trust themselves, but definitely they do need a lot of emotional support. So yes, words of affirmation, acts of service are extremely important for women. They are important for everybody, but they're more important for women. And not only tell your partner that you like her, that she's pretty, that she's beautiful. All women, we all love to be told that we're beautiful. Go beyond. Tell her, I love this particular thing from you. I love how intelligent and educated you are. I love the way that you cook for me or do this thing for me. I like this quality from you. Go beyond, go deeper, no? And do this constantly. If you're not doing much around and she's busy doing the dishes, go around her, give her a hug, say, honey, let me do this for you. The same thing if she's doing the laundry and you're just playing games in front of the TV or watching sports, do the same. Do the same. But yes, even though that we all need words of affirmation, women, because we sometimes or many times we belittle ourselves and we are not that confident. We need those words. We need those words, and when you tell them, you need to mean them. You need to mean them. And guys, okay, this is all for today. There are comments. There's a section of comments below. If you have particular questions, please write them below in the comments. I will be very willing to answer them. In fact, I have more questions that I retrieved, that I gathered from Quora. But it's going to take maybe another video to answer to those questions. But maybe you have particular questions, or there's a particular subject you want me to talk about. So go ahead and write it in the comments section. Also, if you have another male friend who may like this video, please share it. And please guys, subscribe. It will definitely help me a lot and helping other people. So that's all for today. Thank you for being here, and until next Friday.